Hello, this is TechMVC and welcome back to another live stream. And in today's one, we're going to be discussing the tmnt RW issue 123. And yeah, so we're going to give it some time for some new people to join in. As always, we'll be doing the news bit. There wasn't really that much news, if I can remember. There was some stuff from NECA, but that's really much or more of a stretch really to put it out. As to say, oh my god, yeah. Um, yes, various audio. Oh, thank you. Well, that clears everything up then. What's the staffing on here? Nothing. Oh, okay. Well, I found something new out. But yeah, thank you about the audio. That really helps. Give it about another minute, and then we should talk the sort of new news from Turtles, and there's only 2 pieces, which is like a real shame because normally there's at least a tad bit more, but recently there's not been much, and I suppose there will be for quite a few months, probably around Mayish or time. We'll probably start ramping up with some more tmnt news, but that's pretty much all I could say is really then when we get some more stuff. Wait, yeah, there was a bit of other stuff. There was no comic book. But yeah, I feel like a minute and a half is probably a good enough time to dive into some tmnt news. Okay, so let's quickly just talk about so this came out the other Tuesday about the new tmnt 2-pack, which was the Ace Dark and Mutant Man, and I think it's being released now. The description for it is when trolls need a break from all the action, they check out film festival starring Ace Dark and aerodynamic adventure. Ace comes with wings, 2 service pistols, pilot cap, VHS tapes, film a real and alternative head. Was there something about Mutant Man? Oh yes, clumsy delivery man Seymour Guts accidentally stumbled upon Shredder's secret lab and falls into a tank of ooze, becoming Mutant Man. Will he ever regain his human form? Will he be a friend of and foe to turtles? Mutant Man comes with swappable face, tank and weapon accessories. And yeah, there wasn't so released like the images for it. They look okay. I don't remember these characters from the show. Ace Duck was like a little bit in like a TV show. You know what? We should really like. I'm quite surprised. Is it like he isn't like sort of like the big meme of like any like Turtle universe? Because he really seems like the character. Like, oh my god, I wonder if Ace will pop up in this version of Turtles. But yeah, there wasn't really much for that. So if you jump over back to who is it? So we've got this from NECA, the Raphael's Frankenstein Monsters box, and it's okay. There's nothing really much to it. I wish I could say much more than that. And then there was no one which here. So this Instagram also had a box but from a different angle. Where inside you see all the other characters. You got Raphael as Frankenstein, Leo is I think it's Igor the Hunchback or something like that. Then you got Mikey the Mummy, and then you got Donatello who's been blacked out. But people have been saying like he's either gonna be like Frankenstein or he could be the Bride of Frankenstein, which yeah that'll do I guess. I guess I was just hoping for a bit more, I guess. And yeah, there was also I think I might actually get up for myself on my computer. But yeah, there was when Impulse says maybe a werewolf. Yeah, I guess with the Universal Monster ones, it doesn't really matter exactly what ones they are because let's face it, we're probably just gonna get them anyway. So, but like. I know. I don't know if I found the Universal Monster ones to be that entertaining. I thought they were okay and all that, but Number two, like, oh my god, I can't believe in all that. Yeah, here's a very good image to show. We also had, I don't know if you've seen this, Kieran, but we also had this. So this was something that Sophie Campbell posted up on Twitter, which then later blew up, sort of. And it's basically the tmnt Campbell and Waltz after he's been led, where the Turtles have swapped their red bandanas for white bandanas, got clothes and swapped weapons. Um, and yeah, I'm not too sure what people really think of this. I know that like a few people were like, I know a lot of people are hyped for this, but then a few people saw that Campbell was on it and they immediately turned off because, well, her. Me, I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm interested to see where this goes because with this being a new comic day thing, I feel like it's going to expand and be its own series, which I'm all down for. That's going to be amazing. Um, yeah, it's going to be incredible. My only problem with it so far is the fact that they changed the weapons with turtles. Now, I don't really have much of a problem with that because, well, Rise definitely proved that you can have this successful show with different weapons. However, my problem is that with like with Rise actually got to change it, but you still knew who the characters were. But with this, you don't exactly know who they are. And like in my video, which I was talking about it, I even stumbled and said, "Oh well, Leonardo," even though what I meant to say was Michelangelo. So that's my big problem with it so far. But yeah. Um, Kim says weapons are clearly a reference, uh, to how Mirage foretells will change weapons for no wrong reason. Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's just because they want to change up and all that. But I mean, it's okay. But I don't think that's what they're going for. But I could be wrong about that. But I mean, did they change out the weapons? I don't think they ever did they? I could be wrong about that again. But I did. That's like quite a bit weird because yeah, but for like a ninja's point of view, I mean, it wouldn't make sense. But no, it just feels like they're changing the characters a bit too far. I can understand doing Rafa's leader and Tom Fizz, but this might be going a bit too far. But I'm definitely all in for this series, and but I do wish for like it actually expands and just doesn't recreates every single issue, just differently. I do hope there's a little bit more value to it other than just oh well, just change the weapons. It's a new story and all that. Kim Potter, I'm pretty sure Mattel's had the exact layout of weapons in a couple of issues. Um, wait, like Johnny had swords in a fair amount of times. Did he? Well, then again, it could be Leo for all we know because he was wearing red bandana. But I'm not really sure there were or because then again, you also had that whole sort of era where like where it wasn't Kevin Eastman P led, so yeah, maybe my something to do with that, but I don't know. Mirage is when they called one of the called one of the swords Donny. Oh, that's pretty interesting then. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's really it for the total news. So I guess we should probably continue on with the comic. Okay, so yeah, this issue. What did everyone think? Me personally, I really did enjoy this issue. This was a really amazing issue. The whole fact with the fighting club, everything about this issue I really loved. Potter, like the famous layout is what is that it was in issue one most very important line or most important stories. Okay. But yeah, this issue I really did enjoy this whole issue with the Fight Club. I thought that was amazing. Really, I don't know if I say perfect, but it was really cool to see the Fight Club. I mean, have a Casey back. but yeah, Kieran, Ross Lael was pre-Teenage Toe issue. Okay. Yeah, a fun issue for sure. Yeah, I like all the references which they call back to like previous versions of the Turtles and also the actual issue itself. Like Raphael saying that he wanted to be a farmer. That's quite cool to see him finally expand on that point because from that issue that was one of my favorite ones. So I'm so glad that I finally doing callbacks to that. Um, well, I did the Casey thing with the fall thing. That was okay, nothing too special there. It was a cool reference, and I'm really glad to see Casey Jones back in action and finally see him be here. I was wondering how much if he's going to come back, which I really do hope he does. And it just all sound like they're going to be like Rack and Casey might go down a bit of a dark path where they might not talk to each other or something. They might lose their friendship. But in Casey, I thought that was a really cool team up as well. Kieran, it's cool. We got a call back to Raph being a farm as a farmer as well. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to do anything with that whole storyline, but that's pretty cool to see. Okay, I want to be a farmer. Yeah, I must admit, it was like a really big change from the last issue where he was just automatically or not automatically, but like he was that big stern character who very dramatic and action orientated in terms of what he did in the last issue. To then all of a sudden be in this issue to just grow some vegetables and hang out with Valapex and pepperoni. It did feel a bit out of place, but also stayed within his character elements unlike last issue, but like, I feel like that was where things were heading down for a new route. So this issue sort of just changed my opinions on what's going to be happening, and maybe it could be something where like he keeps like two lives separate. That makes sense. I don't know. That's sort of making sense. But like he does the work stuff, and then he comes home and does all that stuff. And yeah, so after that little whole scene, Leo goes, says a candle, and there's a scroll there. I wonder, like, I think he's like reading it, but I think that might mean my Splinter scroll, which was, it was okay. He leaves, he goes past Mikey, I think it's Jay and Muna, Kim Butter, a work-life balance sort of thing. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be sort of thing with Raph, but I feel like maybe over time, the like his work's life they're gonna have a big effect on him, and will probably take control of his life more than than his normal life. So I can see that. And then you got Harold, Fushtor, and Donnie all talking, and that got me quite interested to see just like what I was talking about, because we haven't seen Harold in quite a long time. Like, I think it must have been before issue 95, I think that was the last time I saw him. And then Fugitoid was issue 100. They were setting up like a big threat as well, weren't they? Yeah, they were setting up a big threat for something. But that hasn't come. So, God knows what else is going to be, what other big threats are coming. But yeah, down. That was it. So I wonder what they're gonna be coming up with a new invention, new chemical stuff, or it could be like a new fugitoid, maybe something like that, maybe. But yeah, there wasn't really too much of that. Leah leaves, of course, and he goes and finds Casey and Sheena. Sheena felt really out of place there. I don't know why she would join a fight club. Is it if it's to watch, then cool. I don't really see much of a reason why, but I don't know. She felt really out of place. I don't. I mean, like some people online, I was reading on the Tenor forums, but I was thinking that Shuna was cheating with on Jenica with Casey, or like or Casey was trying to get back at Jenica because of everything. But I don't know where they got that idea from. If it's just because they were hanging out, then well, I definitely when they need to get a life, because I know that I don't think Casey's the sort of person who would just do something like that, and Sheena, I don't think she would either. Just to go out and like hurt someone's emotions, just to make them feel bad. I don't think there's gonna be an element, but I don't know. It was okay, I guess. And then of course we got the Fight Club. The mouse seemed. I'm pretty sure it was a mouse. It was a very interesting character, shall we say? Um, I want to see more of her. She looks like a very cool character, and there were all the other mutants in there. That look like a very interesting variety of characters. Um, um, Kim Potter, she just sort of feels like underdeveloped as a character. She feels like an early love interest for Hero. Yeah, doesn't say that she's definitely underdeveloped as a character. Um, yeah, but then again, there isn't really too much to talk about or do with this character because it's not the main focus on her or in Jenica. So there's a lot to push it back a bit, and and yeah, but I'll say like over time, I think like the more that we see the character, I feel like our opinions will change because like with Alepex, she hasn't really developed that much. You really think about it from her days. She just went from evil to good, and that's really all that's been developed. And the relationship with Ruff and Alepex, it hasn't really been shown too much, but like enough to be there. So I feel like their relationship is not actually developed either. But yeah, well, then again, like, all relationships in this universe are not really developed. I feel like probably the best one that was developed was probably Casey and Naples that was ended, but still, even then, that didn't really feel properly developed because it just felt like, oh, we're together now, and then didn't really do much, and then all of a sudden they broke up. Like, I don't think the relationships in this universe are not really as strong as people would like them to be. Yeah, it's hard to say that because I feel like this universe probably have the most unique ones, and but none of them really feel developed or anything like that. Um, yeah, that's a real shame to say it. King Potter, I'm sure it will. Alepex, I feel was different. Like Alepex might not be most developed, but there was a character there before she started dating Raph. Yeah, yeah. We're talking about that point of view. Then yeah, I can understand that from like Sheena. But then you need to sort of like develop every character, but then you need to also develop Jenica. So I feel like either like whatever character you develop in a relationship is probably going to be wrong. So it's probably just better to develop the relationship, to develop the characters. Is my sort of whole thing. But I can also send that with the Apex sort of thing. But there still wasn't really too much there before that. So, but yeah, like she still had a character before that. But yeah, now in the actual issue, they went up and did a few fights. By a few, I mean two, with Casey Jones versus things like the terror terrapin. Although I feel like it's more like a lobster. So, or I could be wrong about this character. I probably am now. Um, but that character did a fight with Casey, and that fight was wow, just really interesting. I really did enjoy the fight. I wish there was a bit more to it and show Casey's not this whole big strong guy, and wish I did take a. I felt did take a few punches. I think he did. So as a case, I feel like maybe Casey should have been given a few hits in and all that. Um, yeah, I wish I could say much more than that for this character and all that. After that, we got Leo and Carmen fighting. Yeah. Um, we've got Leo, who's now the Tell Terminator. Um, interesting name, I'll say that. Definitely for Leo. If anything, I was giving that name to Raphael because I felt that probably suits him more better. I think even Donnie would see that with him creating inventions and all that. And Leo's fight was with Carmen. which was it was okay. Okay, it was interesting. It started off bad for Leo because he didn't want to, or he was fighting her, but sort of not, and losing. But I don't know if he was doing that intentionally or if he just didn't want to hurt or anything like that. So I thought it was a bit weak, I guess, in a way. Um, and then all of a sudden you just started to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, oh yeah, I'm gonna start pulling my punches now, and then beats her. But I will say this: does have like a very interesting, cool sequence with no, not Raph, Leo having this whole thing where like he sees like all like in the blue tainted background, you see Shredder, Splinter. I think I can't remember if like Dark Leo was there as well. Um, I mean, Human Potter. Leo didn't want to fight, but was pressured into it, so I guess his heart wasn't in it. Yeah, I guess so. But then again, we probably did a few more fights afterwards. So, but yeah, I don't know why he didn't have to. You could, but then again, I don't know. It was okay. I guess he was pressured into it, but he still could have beaten her if he just given a bit more effort into it. Yeah, Doc Leo was there. I'm gonna check what other characters were in there as well because I'm not too sure, and it's sort of annoying me in a way. Let me just check. Get my channel. What is it? Because I didn't really like that scene because it looked so amazing with all the other characters there. Well, other characters, but other creatures, I guess, is pretty one way to describe it. Okay, okay, onto the bit. Okay, okay, so those Hamato Yoshi as well. Splinter was Redder there as well. I'm not too sure if he was there or not. Because he seems like sort of character that would. Oh yeah, Shredder's there. Him as a kid. That's sort of interesting. But yeah, those are the characters there, which were, okay. Nothing too interesting about. I just thought that was like a really cool, interesting flashback. But I also feel like that has sort of been done quite a few times before. Especially like quite recent in one of the issues. I think it might be one where Jenica was like doing all the getting the band back together, and she had all the other she had characters in the background like their tinted colours and over like images of what happened in the past and all that. And I think that did give me vibes of that, which is still cool and all to have that. And but I just feel like it's still being done now, and because it's sort of like it was like really cool the first time, but now seeing it done sort of like the second time, or maybe like even a few more times it's probably been done. It sort of like loses the value, and if anything, you just felt out of place. Oh, I think they're meant to represent emotions. Okay, well, if it's supposed to represent emotions, I'm not exactly too sure why. And Tramu. Trauma. Okay, yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, obviously, okay. I can understand trauma, but and emotions, how it's feeling, all that. But again, it still feels a bit out of place and all that because I don't know, because it's not like a really important fight to him or anything like that. I can understand if this was a character, this like whole battle was built up for quite a few issues or a few story arcs. And I can understand that happening here, but to have it here just felt really out of place. But I can understand it behind it with the emotions and trauma, but I don't know, it just felt a bit out of place. But it still looked cool. But what reason does he have to think about the time when he was a human to when he's fighting a human? Why didn't you think of that when he was fighting Shredder? Or why is he thinking about Splinter? He had nothing to do with him, but it is like supposed to be his coping mechanism with everything that's happened. then it's interesting, I guess. um, I could say that, but again, there isn't really too much to talk about all this bit because it just really feels so much out of place. Um, and then after that, she loses, and yeah, and then Carmen's gonna join Leo for some more lessons at the dojo, which you know what, we should actually talk about the humans quickly because some of them were in Mutant Town. Kieran, I think the point is Leo needs to unwind in this Fight Club thing. It could be a way of unwind, I guess, because it's not serious. Yeah, I guess if this is a coping mechanism for everything that's happening like the past few months for this universe, then I can understand where it's coming from in terms of that point of view. Um, and like probably you're probably going to this Fight Club a bit more just to unstress themselves and all that, which is cool, I guess. Again, it just feels really out of place. But yeah, this is how this version of Leo is going to be unwinding and dealing with everything, and that's going to be pretty cool. Because like last time we got to see that was 2003. Well, we all know how that happened. um, and yeah, we as I was saying, we probably talk about humans. So some of them were underground for some reason. So that's either probably to do with a subway. But if it's not, then that's intriguing me to why they were down there. As there could be, as there like multiple reasons why maybe like that infestation story probably something to do with it. More mutants, something about Leatherhead maybe. I don't know, but that's all seems a bit weird. And why hasn't the EPF haven't caught on to it and decided to do anything about it? And normally most humans would be a bit scared of seeing them. So to be on the ground and all of a sudden just come up and then see like places where we've been living or been under for like an hour or two has now been mutated, and then to see monsters, I feel like they should be a bit more freaked out and not just go after them all that. Um, Homeless people apparently live in abandoned subway tunnels in New York. Oh, was okay. Well, I can understand that, but like none of them do look homeless. So like, yeah, no, none of them do look homeless. I don't mean that I will be like, oh, yeah, like you look homeless or something like that. Uh, yeah, they don't look homeless, so it sort of seems a bit weird. Um, but yeah, okay, I can also understand that, but I wish I would explain that a bit um more clearly, just so it would have been a bit better, I guess. Um, yeah. What else is it? And then yeah, after Leo leaves, To's coming to go, comes to the dojo on Monday. After that, Sheen leaves, and then Casey talks to Raph. Um, and yeah, I do think it's quite interesting. Just quickly reading over it. I don't think there's too much what Casey had to say other than he just sort of feels sorry for himself and like how Raph left him for other pecs, and yeah. And then like it was quite interesting to hear for like the Mission Bomb ended the Pole Dragons as well. It's like it didn't in a way, but like I guess like as a result of it, it sort of did have an impact on it. So yeah, but yeah. So I think Casey's going to be going down a very interesting story path, especially with him going like feeling more down about himself and all that. Um, I know that there was this whole. I was watching this interview with Sophie Campbell, and she said that she wants to basically ruin Casey's life and all that, or not, or like ruin the character, but like not in a bad way, but like ruin his life and really screw him up and all that. So this might be the start of it. So that'd be quite interesting. Kieran. To be honest, I would say the same as musician having cloth which aren't completely destroyed. Yeah, well, I guess there's going to be a lot of things that we that I don't really, that I do, but I have a lot of explanation for, um, which is interesting and all that. Um, yeah. Well, then again, was it going to? Well, then again, well, no, well, it close. I think it really depends on what type of animal it was, because we get like a hedgehog and like or like a porcupine, like that destroys all because of the spikes and all that, compared to like a cat where like you're doing destroy like the trousers or area, well, just because like towel and all that. I guess that would destroy the clothes. So yeah, I guess it really depends on the animal, I'd say. Um, but yeah. And then after that, Leo's talking with Casey, and that's this very interesting scene, which I did really enjoy. It's just him talking to Casey, saying how he doesn't feel like there's a place or anything, he doesn't have like motive or anything. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is sort of like where he goes down like a more rough sort of route, where like he finds this place where he's the leader of the dojo, but he goes to the fight club, and then it wouldn't be surprised me if this sort of leads him down to the path of going out with Koya, just so that he could potentially, well, just so that he has someone in his life. Human, it's just I would think the clothes would be destroyed through wear and tear, as I don't see where they get new clothes from. All the EP or the protect or all the suppliers and all that, they probably have special made clothes for them in there. So guessing that's where they'll get them from. But also they could just make the clothes. I guess it's always an option. Um, because there was that character, Hedgehog, I think was, or Bookabine in Jenica 1, issue 1. Um, and she was just hanging out with her clothes and all that. Yeah, like she did some. But I don't know that's really much of evidence of where you're getting clothes and all that from. But, but yeah, no, I can understand where you're coming from and all that. But it's probably like from like the supplies and all that. It's probably my best guess, or they're probably just making it for them at this point. Um, but like saying that, how did the tools get closed before that? Like, I think Apex has a close. No, I think that you would. You know what? Never mind. Just forget about it. Oh no, yeah, no. Even Rocksteady, they had clothes. Um, and they somehow got. I think they somehow wearing it. So yeah, I guess I'm not really too sure at this point. Oh, Bay Mellow's here. So I'm late. You have not missed much. It just been talking about the issue. We about I want to say like halfway through. We just got to a bit where Leo and Casey left the building and all that. Yeah. Kieran, it was more of a why they don't look homeless. It's just a don't question sort of thing. Yeah. Kieran says hi, Melo. Hello. And Raymond says hi, Kieran. So hello, hello to everyone. Yeah, getting back to the Leah thing, I do think because like in this whole speech, he goes, Father's death mostly, but also everyone else seemed. Oh God, also, and everyone else seemed to have found their own friends, their own social group, and all of that except me. I suppose my dad filled that role for me, so maybe that's why I never ventured out into the world the way my brothers did. So I feel like this might be his way into going down more of like a interesting route with his character, and actually making him a bit more unique and human in a way, because like as like you said, like all the other characters do have their I wouldn't say social groups, but like they're people they're more friendly with because they're all sort of friends with each other. Just they're all more friendly with some other than some others and other, or some more than others. Um, Um, Mellow, it did finally do something with Leo's character. Obviously, turned into a foot. Yeah, yeah, but I wouldn't say he's too. It's not a whole big deal, but like at least it's actually doing something pretty interesting with his character. And I do believe that this could be the start of a whole new thing. And like I did say before, I would not be surprised if this does lead down to the route of him going out with Koya, like trying to get the whole social group. And I wouldn't be surprised if he hangs out around with Casey more and joins or the Fight Club, potentially make it into the Dojo Fight Club or anything. That could be quite interesting. Kim Potter. So real world physiology would and physiology things are fun. I once dreamed I was a butterfly, and I felt so real that when I woke up, I thought I was a butterfly dreaming of being a human. Ah, great. It's one of those situations. You know, I'll try to do like one of those sort of things before, where like you just lay there and then like you listen to like the music thing, and you're supposed to make yourself think that you're like like saying something else. But the only problem is like I think you're supposed to fall asleep for it. So the thing is that I had trouble sleeping, so I was just awake for the whole time. So it did not work on me whatsoever. But it was interesting. But like I don't know how people get lost in that. So would this butterfly person had to then do the thing all over again? I guess. And yeah. Um. But then on the next page, I don't know if Leo says something else. Um, oh yeah, then it says something about Donny told him about this Maslow guy. I don't know, okay, so basically he came up with this hierarchy of these things, and how a person can only fulfill relationships needs after their need for safety is met first. Um, so yeah, this is all really just hinting more towards the whole idea of him really getting caught on all that. But yeah, this is gonna be definitely interesting. But yeah, and then after that, again we've got that whole fight thing with this dog and this other dog, I guess, which is very cool to see, really amazing. Um, And yeah, queer. Oh, no, not queer. Casey does his whole thing saying "for" and all that. Yeah. Oh, it's fun thoughts moments, but there's using one of protection ones of a knees of a pyramid, which is second only to a butterfly in one in terms of other use. Okay. Um. Yeah. Um. When they'll leave, Casey and Leo go those separate ways, and then that's when Leo finds Lita and the weasels outside playing. But then we got our favorite boy, Hob, um, in which he takes the weasels, saying that he's got a plan. I think he actually said like you can be a real family again. But yeah, okay, I really need your help with something, okay? Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, it just says we want something important. If you come with me, I'm promise things will be different from now on. Hmm, will they? Will they? Hmm, that is the question. So Hob is on the look, or is on the move to his, I think, second phase now, with the Weasels sending his targets on Baxter, even though that was not actually, I don't know if it's actually ever announced, or actually spoken in the comic, but like, you know, they said in the description, so sort of put like the spoiler sort of in a way. Um, Kieran, so when Zing going to say, say no, she keeps looking like she doesn't even want to do it, but she keeps doing it. Yeah, really interesting character development because I feel like she's all like Karai in a way, like 2003 one, where like she knows like all the weasels are in a way. It's just that like they're all presented differently and all that. Where like they know that he's bad and all that, but they know for like they can't exactly ban him because in a way that he is their father, and to a point he does sort of treat them that way or use that to manipulate them into doing what he does. And I wonder if you ever um like getting into like a proper family and all that. Um, it's sort of going to be interesting to see where it does lead to. Um, being mellow, the Weasel's kids keep falling for Hob, falling to Hob. Yeah. But I just wonder when they're actually going to like start to realize, oh, he is a bad guy. And like start to think of the Toes more of the family. I guess in a way that it's all do. But like, I wonder if they're going to like fully accept and be like, oh, Raph, you know, all Mikey, up and dad, and all that. Because like, you know, some of that. You know, Kieran, someone seems really happy to do it, and do it. Mushroom is somewhere in between. Yeah, like, yeah, that's all like what I mean, like with the cry thing. Well, like when you know, like they know that like he's bad, but know that sort of had to do it because he's their father, and well, he's their father in a way. So it's gonna be a very interesting story in terms of what they're gonna be doing with the character. Um, wish I could say much more than that, but I wonder what his plan is because this has all been leading up for. You know, it's not been leading up for a few issues. It's only started last issue with the Hob thing, and I'm really interested to see how much we're going to see more of it. It just be like a like every issue we get like a deep back of it, we get like a story building up. Because I feel like after this issue, they're probably going to not do anything with them until after the whole punk frog no the punk frog and the Utrum crisis is sorted out. Um, but with that sort of thing with them, I feel like that might be push or not like the Utrum and Triceratops thing. That might be like a you know issue after issue, but like only like a few pages sort of like doing with this whole story arc. Um, but yeah, this issue is definitely a really brilliant one. I feel like a lot of people said that this issue was a brilliant one, a really good one. They really enjoyed all that. And to say the same, or say at the very least, I'll have to say the same. It was a very good issue. Um, I don't have many problems with this issue. My only problem is with this issue. It's not actually a problem. It's more a complaint, or more something which I wanted to see more of, which is the Fight Club. This is a very cool concept and all that, which I really want to see more of. And don't have like a page or only like 5 pages or so. I want to see more. Um, and I do hope they really do go back to this, as there is so much potential here. I mean, unlike the Battle of the Bands things, where probably would have been cool to see on TV, um, but not so much in a comic book format. And after how poorly they did it, I can say that people weren't exactly too excited to see a return of it. But with this, I feel like people are definitely excited to see a return of Fight Club, me included. This is like one thing which I really want to push forward with. I really want to see like the Trolls go and do it. Maybe even just do like sort of like a like in a way they're like battle nexus in a way, which I feel like could be quite cool. I know they already have one in a universe, but like one in like downtown and all that, which would be so much fun. I really want to see much more of it. Um, but yeah, I think that's all we've got to say for this issue. Khan, she was there. I wish I did more of her character. I know that potentially in the future we will see more, but I would say as of right now, there isn't really too much. Kieran. Fight Club's working comics. Music never do, but at least Other Toll's music was egotistical as the old Superman comics, which claimed it would bury the Beatles and Elvis. Oh, wasn't. Yeah. I mean, music never works in comics. So I think I definitely learned that the hard way. Um, but the Fight Club thing, I really do wish they would do more of that. It's truly incredible. Um, but yeah, with Carmen, okay, do people think that Carmen and Leo will get together? Because I feel like if Leo doesn't do much with Koya, or there's no interaction with Koya, then potentially maybe Carmen might be Leo's love interest. And who knows? Could be another turtle for all we know. It really wouldn't put past or wouldn't put them past it to think that she might become another turtle. Um, but yeah, that's all. What I feel like might happen. Like she might become like a love interest. But yeah, that's really all I've got for this issue. This whole comic. Very surprised there wasn't really too much to talk about. Kieran. Honestly, I want one turtle which doesn't date. Isn't that so, Mikey? Alright, Megan, Rush is the only one that has the Oh, and I'll get back to your comment in a minute, Kieran, because I do want to comment on this a bit more. Baby Mellow, in Turtles have done Far Club like multiverse tournaments. Oh yeah, I know I've done like about Nexus. I was wish I'd do like a more grounded one, a bit more realistic, and the Fight Club I feel like is probably the best way to go around it. Okay, so with your the whole thing about this one date. So the thing is, Raph and Alapex are basically the only relationship we have going right now with like, in terms of like main turtles. Jenica's I don't know counts as a turtle and all that, but when we're talking about the main turtle, she doesn't really. Um, then Mona and Donnie might be a thing, which I feel like could be very cool. I really want that relationship to happen, and I feel like Leo should go out with someone. Um, but Mike, I don't think he should. I feel like he should just be his lonesome self, and just always be happy with himself and just be with Clunk. But I do really want Leo and Donnie to get a relationship, and I feel like that's where like everything would really work well. And then I feel like Mikey would be. It'll probably seem like it'll probably seem like more happy just being by himself, or like he might be really friendly with someone, but like not dating. That's all where I'll go with him. But yeah, Kieran, I'm pretty sure they did an underground fight ring in 2003. Did they? I don't think they did they? The only fight thing we got to see was the Purple Dragons. They had their thing. We also got the fast forward fighting thing. I don't think there was. I don't think there was a fighting match in the underground, because the underground was just the monsters in the whole village, which didn't have anything there. So I'm pretty sure that might be wrong, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm correct about that. Just don't have a word for it, but yeah. Let me know. They didn't focus on that. Okay. I didn't focus much. I was talking about the Alban Nexus thing. Yeah, okay. Kim Potter. It's just Mikey flirts with Renette and Madame X Princess a fair bit. Yeah. You know what? We haven't seen that Dimension X Princess in like, over 100 issues. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get back together. Oh no, it is here recently in that. But I don't think Mikey will go with that Dimension X person just because he would have to leave the comic, and if you do that, fans will be outraged and all that. I don't think he will go with that just because of the whole timeline sort of thing and all that. That might sort of ruin it. I feel like Mikey would probably be best just be by himself. Okay. In the episode when introduced Angel had an underground fight club where it was the dragons. I almost to say, oh okay, yeah, no, it wasn't it was underground. It was all on the surface because they just walked in because the bar show was able to drive in there. And if I can quickly get up because full name good at this episode because I do remember that. I know what we're talking about now. Okay, just need to find it quickly because okay, so yeah, okay, that's okay, Crimpab here. Okay, so yeah, this is yeah, you can see here like it came in from the streets and then just a few seconds later it drives off and behind it was a blue wall which is more noticeable for the like streets instead of sewers would have been brown. So yeah. Underground doesn't mean literally underground, it means illegal. Oh okay, yeah. Oh okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, okay, no, I'm hearing that now. Hearing that now, it just still makes sense. But like when you said the underground, my like because there was a whole place called underground. I know there was a whole place called the Underground in the 2003 show. That was sort of like where my mind was going. And also because to live underground, that's sort of where another bit of my mind went. Just because it, yeah, but yeah, hearing it like being legal, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think that's all we've got really to talk about. Is there any other questions you want to talk about, Kieran? Because I don't think there is anything we can talk about. We've talked about it all. From fuck clubs to relationships to legal uh, fight clubs. I think we have to talk about it all. This issue or this whole live stream. I don't know what else to talk about. But yeah, give it 30 seconds. After that, there'll be no more questions. But yes, so if you want to keep the conversation going, Kieran, just type something in. This all depends on you. You got 15 seconds, so yeah. Okay, just a few more seconds now. Ooh. So covers for next issue. Good question. Apparently, yep, it's a short one. It's not that short. It depends on time, really. Yeah, no, I got really annoyed this issue or next issue because it said for like quite a while it said it's coming out on the 8th, and then I think it's just Wednesday they just changed it to be on the 15th, which like really annoyed me because I was really looking forward to reading it and all that, and then to just change on the final day, really annoyed me. But yeah, we've got a few covers here. We've got 13. We've got this one, which is from Ken Gehring. He actually posted like a few pictures, and if I can actually find them, because that's pretty interesting. What's his name? Ken. Okay, here it is. So we just changed. No. America seems to be having a pepper shortage. A Spike Girl was meant to be out just Tuesday, but was pushed back a week. Yeah, like it's really annoying me because I was really looking forward to this issue and making a video and all that. Yeah, but no, considering we normally usually do an hour, this is short. It was not that short. It's close to an hour. But yeah, after we do all this, it will definitely be over the hour. Where is it? Here it is. So these were the this is what he did for like a rough design for the thing, which all three of these look really cool and all that. But this one over a Garfield sort of thing, no Gargum, whatever it is. Then got another one which looks almost like the cover, and there's a cover which you do get to see, but it's not, because yeah. I mean, also got this really cool one which says so much about this, the setting that this can be setting with Christmas, with it all being like stained glass, with the turtles. Then you got Splinter in the background. It all looks like Splinter, like a mosaic sort of thing. It looks really cool and amazing, and it just does gives off like a church shore vibe, which I'm guessing that's what they're going for. And it looks so amazing. But then you get to like here with the thing that's on sale this Wednesday with cover and interior art. Or interior art was by Jodie Nash. No, oh, yeah, it says this Wednesday. Well, that clearly didn't happen. And yeah, you know, I was probably in contact with him, trying to get interview with him. But yeah, okay, it was pushed back to some. It was pushed back on someone first. I want to say, I thought it was on a few days ago actually. On the Tuesday, I think it was. Who's this? No. Remember who was Captainish? Who the Captainish is that? I have no clue. Probably just some bot. You know what? Let's delete the comments. Look, user. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the other covers. So yeah, you've got this one which looks quite cool. You got the Kevin Eastman one, which I'm not gonna lie, looks a bit disappointing just due to everything that's happened. Like, I really like. Why not include Jenica in the cover and all that? And why not Lita? You know, it's gonna be even more of a shame. Not even gonna see the Weasels first Christmas. This is very disappointing. Really, really disappointing. And that's, I don't know, I was expecting to look a little bit more from this cover. Cover RI by Ethan Young with the original Turtles. Looks cool. I don't know what to say to it, but yeah. Yeah, this one, which is a cool one by Manu Sylvia, which looks cool. That tells find the foot soldiers in a store, maybe. And it looks cool and all that. I don't know what else to say, but it looks interesting. You have this one. Yeah, this one, which is cover RE AOD Collectibles by Sean Daly, which is Donatello and the other three Tails in Snow. This one really does give me vibes of the 2012 show, like in a good way, which I do really, which it looks amazing. Really makes me want to watch of episodes or episodes of the show. I wish I would have done like a Christmas episode. And then you get for cover 6 and 7 you get the cover RE Big Time Collectibles cover A and B, which is 4 turtles, Raph, Mikey, Donnie, and Jenica swimming around. I feel like it's a bit of a wrong time of the season for it. But the difference between cover A and cover B is the fact that it does not say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the top or what issue number. That's gonna be great. So you got cover 8, which is the Collector's K1 by Raymond Gay. That's interesting name. Not like bad way, but like we don't only have that in the name. With the 4 turtles riding on a sleigh with Splinter and with reindeers. Well, they're definitely going really heavily into the whole Christmas sort of thing. Interesting, I guess. Then you have this one, which is the cover 9 and 10, which is the Gotham City Limit A and B, which is the 90s movie post or cover or whatever it is, inspired cover with Raph, Lita, Apex, and Lita at the bottom coming out from manhole cover. But again, the difference between these two is the fact that it doesn't have the name with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the top or the cover. It looks cool. I wish I would have changed Raph out for like another girl character, maybe Jenica or Sally. For this one, which is cover 11, which is cover RE Jax A, um, which is done by Matthew Weldon, which I don't know, it looks the most weirdest I think it was. Yeah, like, no, yeah. But being what's saying in the background looks out of place, doing like like building whatever. Other perks looks so weird in the image. Just a thing about it just looks off. We got cover RE Jax B, which is the four turtles. At Christmas, opening presents. Getting more vibes of the 87 Turtles with the initial on the bandana or belts. Cool, I guess. And that's opening the side. Then for the final one, which is cover 13, which is cover RE Showcase Comic Books and Collectible, done by Tim Letty and Steve Levenger. And this one reminds me so much of the trade paperback comic, which collected the first 3 issues of the 87 run and was just it was coloured and all that. I think it was, you can actually see in my background, that one there. So it's that inspired, but also giving me vibes of the 2012 show, which is in a good way. And yeah, okay, you trying to read some more comments. Kieran, it was before 123 came out, but not much at least, according to the sites I use to see what comes out each week. Okay, but those fighting the foot might be a callback to the original micro issue. Oh yeah, I did not think of that. Yeah, or I guess you had to be like a real true hardcore Turtle fan to like come up with a design for that. But that's a really cool design, all that. Yeah, Kieran says from Mirage. Yeah, okay. And yeah, I think we've been through it all now. We've got teasers for next issue, and stuff like that. Oh yeah. One quick question, Kieran. Baby, if you're still here. Okay, because quick question. How do you want the next discussion to be? Because on the week, not next week, because that's when the issue comes out. But I don't know if you want to have that discussion to be done on the Friday, which I plan me doing that. Just because the week after that, I'm gonna be doing 2 live streams then, which I feel like people might want to be there for a bit of fun and all that. On the Wednesday, Marvel ranking live stream and all that. Then the Thursday, a tmnt watching thing where I watched the Christmas special and the Mikey Christmas Alien thing. So yeah, that might be what's happening for the next 3 live streams. But yeah, that could be potentially it, or something might happen. But I thought Friday's gonna be when the next discussion is gonna be. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you everyone who's joined. Thank you Baby Mellow and especially Kieran Potter for being here from the start and talking to me throughout. Thank you so much. Yeah. Kieran says bye. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do have something, please share, like, subscribe, and that stuff. Goodbye, yo. Bye.